Well, suppose he thinks home is just about the safest place in the world. 4 million accidents resulted in the American home last year. And how many narrow escapes, nobody will ever know. Let's get out of here before somebody gets hurt. Here's a surprise. You'd think this would be far more dangerous than home sweet home, but accidents seldom happen among careful workers like these fellows. Statistics show a wonderful safety record for transport planes, too. But let's get down to earth on wheels. Here is the safest place to be. In the modern home on wheels, you'll ride in a solid steel living room, and over you is a turret top roof. Under you is a rigid steel foundation with steering controls anchored to the frame, knee action to keep you steady over the bumps and set you down easy in case of a blowout, dependable brakes to stop you safely in every emergency, no draft ventilation for your health's sake. When the car leaves the factory, only one thing is needed for safety, and that's a careful driver.
My name is Dr. Charles Wentworth. I conduct research in the field of physiology. The story you are about to see involves some facts about physiology, but it is more than a clinical report. It is a story that revolves around two seemingly unrelated articles: a good luck charm and an ordinary hypodermic syringe. A certain amount of experimentation goes on under less scientific conditions.
Well, we make bets. See, the guy that can thread the needle first after the most beers wins.
And so who did?
Well,
Do you think he'd tell us if he didn't?
Well, you asked me what effect beer has, and I told you. On me, none.
Keith Stevens, on the other hand, is much more conservative.
Beer?
The Coke's all right.
Coke and a beer. Now there, I'll bet you planned that answer. If I was going to have beer, you were going to have a Coke, right?
Well, maybe, but not just to be different. I plan not to drink because I plan not to drink. Hi. Hi.
Made up your mind about tomorrow yet? Yeah, I'll go. Stag. His girl's got to be different. Same for you? I'll have a ginger ale.
Me too. See, I'm not so different.
Holy smokes, Dan, here I go building her up that she's being somebody different. Then you have to go order ginger ale. What gives? Here's what gives. The one and only car in the Parker family is in my keeping. And there's a rule of the house. No drinking and driving. Not even beer. Not even water.
Here in the laboratory, we've devised some scientific methods to determine what effects Keith and Jerry might reasonably expect from their haphazard experiments with alcohol. We use test animals with definite amounts of alcohol. This animal has no alcohol in its system. This is an animal which has previously been injected with only enough alcohol to bring the level in its blood 4 beers. The third animal has received enough alcohol to bring its blood alcohol level up to a percentage comparable to that of heavy indulgence. Say, someone who had been holding down the fort all evening.
Oh, what is it?
Looks like an accident.
You don't suppose it was Jerry?
Keith should have been able to catch him by now. You wait here. I'll go see if I can help. My good luck piece. The one I gave Edie. She didn't want to ride with Keith.
With Keith?
I found it up there at the side of the road. Why didn't she stick to her guns? Why didn't she insist on riding with us? Why'd I let her go off with someone who'd been drinking?
But Keith wasn't drunk.
No, Keith wasn't drunk.
So we have just an ordinary day, ordinary traffic, yet any number of these drivers are potential killers. Here's one of them. He doesn't look like a killer, does he? There's a child killed or injured every 3 minutes. More than 400 a day. 1 out of every 3 school-age children who die in traffic accidents. That is why ordinary tires are not enough. The new General Super Squeegee, the only tire made with Jet CM rubber. There are other important things in addition to stoppability you get when you put on a set of General Super Squeegees. Very tangible things. You get enough more rayon cords per square inch in a General to equal 2 extra plies. Extra plies. That's tangible protection. Ordinary tires are built with a safety factor of 7 or less. General Super Squeegees are built with a safety factor of 12.8. That's tangible. 82% greater safety factor. That's tangible. Ordinary low-pressure tires are sometimes hard to park. But when you switch to the new Generals, you'll find they're easy to steer and easy to park. It's a terrific new kind of rubber that delivers amazing mileage under the toughest tests ever devised to torture tires. Human mileage, the greatest value that can be built into a tire. Extra quality that makes the tire last longer, and extra safety that makes you last longer too.